I have talked about adding Wikipedia links to OpenStreetMap before, but I haven't had a chance to show you how to do it, so I'm going to do this in this video. It is very useful, for example, for historical sites, because you can add a Wikipedia link and people can click on it, and when they're on the site, read about it. Of course, they could just look on Wikipedia as well, but for future applications it is very useful. So I've already done it for a couple of the memorial plaques in Kilkenny, so I can't show you that example, how to do it, but I can show you what it looks like. So I'm on Overpass Turbo and I have a query for memorial plaques, and I'll just run it. So these are all the memorial plaques that I've added in Kilkenny. There are, for example, the boundary ones that show the ward boundary, what it was called back then, because it was still under British rule. For example, down here, that's the one near Mr. Price, and you see it's the tagging and the inscription, and here's the Wikipedia link. This article is deemed to be deleted because it's not long enough and I only used really one article. So I wrote the Wikipedia article so I had something to link it to, but I can't do everything. So it's too short, and I mainly used one source, which is an Old Kilkenny Review article. But as I said, I can't do everything. I can't run Wikipedia and OpenStreetMap. Another one, let's see. Yeah, the one at the St. Roch graveyard, which I just linked to St. Roch. And Thomas More one on the Athenaeum, on the parade. So there's a link to Thomas More. So this is what you can get, and I'm going to show you how to do it with Hore Abbey, which I mapped yesterday, because we started a building task in our buildings project for Cashel, and I was lucky enough to be one of the first on it, so I had the great honor to map it. I like mapping stuff that I've been to. And for some reason it doesn't load that tile, so I have to zoom out. It shows Hore Abbey as a tourist attraction in the search results, and there's also a parish, Hore Abbey. If I click on the search result for the tourist attraction, you see it's done as a relation. So all the buildings and the cloister and the graveyard are part of the tourist attraction. And now we want to add the Wikipedia link. So click on edit. And while we're here, we might as well add medieval for historic civilization. And in the list of tags, we click on the plus to open the next line and type in Wikipedia. And then we go onto the Wikipedia website and type in Hore Abbey, which I have already done. Happy birthday, Wikipedia. And you just take the title of the page. You don't use the link, just the title. Copy and paste. And if we go up here, you see it's in the list already, and the language is given as English. And if you look here, there's a German, Irish, Dutch and Polish article, and they should be added automatically so Polish people can read it in Polish as well. And that's really all there is to it. It automatically displays the Wikidata identifier number, and yeah, that's really all there is to it. And here, down here, you can see all the members of the relation that I have added yesterday. And that's really all. We click save. Added historic civilization and Wikipedia link. Sources. That's really a given, but I'll just put it in and save. And when I go to the home page, so to speak, leave the editor, It doesn't change anything in the rendering, of course. And if I type in Hore Abbey again, just to get the search result and to be able to click on it, you see that it now has the Wikipedia link and the Wikidata link. And I don't think there's a tag for Cistercian monastery, which would be nice if, you know, if one could look just for Cistercian monasteries on OpenStreetMap. I have looked up monastery on the OpenStreetMap Wikipedia, and there is a tag for monasteries that are still in use. That would be amenity equals monastery. For historical ones that are just ruins now, you can use historic equals monastery, and then also add the order by using community. So use community equals Cistercian or community equals Augustinian or whatever the order was. And then you can also use community : gender to differentiate between a monastery and a convent. I've added that to Hore Abbey, and then I went on to look at Jerpoint Abbey, John Brodie Abbey and Mellifont Abbey, because they were all Cistercian monasteries. So I've mapped all these now. Of course, there are way more Cistercian monasteries in Ireland, and also Augustinians and Dominicans, Franciscans. But I'll leave some work for you to do. That's really all I wanted to show. I hope that was easy enough to understand. And maybe you can find a use for it in your local area for a castle that's near you, if there's a Wikipedia article on it, or street plaques, or, you know, someone famous lived or was born or died in your local area. Maybe you can link them. And see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.